Hour and a half. Dang. No, I don't know where that is. Fraser Park. Dang, this AC is cold. Yeah. It's nice out here, man. Sedona. I wish you guys were out here. I wish you were out here. It's freaking like my yeah, it's freaking nice. All right, cool, man. Huh? Yeah, I'm live right now. I was trying to figure this out, and because I have an Android, I got a free phone, one of those free phones where you get a plan, and so it just went live right now. I was trying to figure it out. It said do this, do that, and it was just now I'm live. Yeah, yeah, sounds cool, man. You want to say hi to the chat? My first video.
Yeah, let's go. Hi to the chat.
That's Jacob.
Yeah. Let's go. All right, I'll catch you later, bro. Stay safe and have a good stream.
Yeah, you too. Thank you. Bye-bye.
All right, bye.
All right, we are live. Yeah, that was DGL. He got us to 1,000, so we're gonna pick a good we're gonna pick a lucky subscriber, so that we can get him a gift. So let me see, and then I got to start modding people up. I got to get my mods. Where are my mods at? Hold on, let's see. Hi everybody. Hello, hello. Yeah. Oh no, this isn't my. Oh, hold on a minute. This is my old channel. Oh man. Hold on. Is this my old channel or is this my new channel? Because why do I have Uh-oh. Hold on. Wait a minute. Yeah. Oh man. It's the old one. Oh. No. No. I was so excited. I was like, all right. Oh man. And he was gonna redirect everybody to my new channel. What's the new channel? Let's see. I think who's in here. Man, this is nice. The screen is really big on this one. On the what is it called? The oopsie. The Android. Oh man. All right, hold on. I got too excited then. See, it's not letting me. This is the see. Look, this is the new channel. It's telling me to do shorts. That sucks. Why isn't it letting me go live if I have 50 subscribers? Yeah, see, it's still here for this one. Well, that's not good. I want to go live. I couldn't sleep. I couldn't sleep because I've been sleeping during the day. I've been taking naps. So what do I have to do? I guess I'm gonna just have to do shorts. Yeah, but this is on the old one. I have a new channel now. I gotta move everything to a new channel. Let's go grab some a bite to eat. Let's go cruising in Sedona. That sucks, man. So I'm gonna try to do a bunch of shorts. Maybe that'll help. That's just so weird, man. Hey, Crimson, brown eyed girl. Here, I'll drop the new link. Hold on. Yeah, I met the requirement, right? What the heck, man? Here, I'll drop the link. Hold on. Give me just 1 second, okay? You guys hear me okay? That's crazy. We got to 1,000 fast. Here, I'll pin it. Just give me 1 second. Man, that sucks. How many shorts do I need then? What the heck, man? There we go. Hey, thanks for the gold coin, Katrina. Thank you. Here's it. All right, there it is. All right, well, I don't know. Maybe we can try to go live somehow. I'll do a bunch of shorts. Kind of weird though, right? I have more than 50. So what the heck, man? Damn, I was excited too. Damn, that's crazy. 1,050. Yeah, thank you. DGL Jacob. Shout out to Jacob. If you guys aren't subbed to his channel, go check him out. He's got a huge channel. Does some night crawling. All right. Oh, it's easy. Yeah, I did do that, the switch account stuff. But when I went on there, man, this actually looks good on the Samsung. Oh, what the heck? There's a freaking... Whoops. There's a sidewalk there. Let's go cruising. Whoa, look at that. Whoa, what the heck? He's not even scared. I want to pet him. Should I pet him? Let me see if I can pet him. Come here. Come here. Wanted to pet him. Probably used to humans, huh? Wasn't even scared. What does a fox say? Yeah, I think that's a coyote. Is it a full moon? Oh yeah, strawberry moon, huh, Don? Strawberry. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to do shorts. Suffer petting the lion. Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. I try to go live on the other channel. I'm gonna try to do some bunch of shorts right now. Random shorts, I don't know. Why? Okay, hold on. Please know why. Here, the reason I wanted to come out here right now because I wanted to see if there was smoke, and the smoke looked like it's cleared up. And also, I wanted to go see if the roads close up for that river rock or that river place where that river is. So we're gonna go there too right now. I want to see if it's closed, and if it's not, then we can probably head out there tomorrow. That'd be cool. Create a couple shirts. Oh, it takes a few days. Oh, okay. Took you 3 days? That's a long time. I'll go live right now. I guess we'll wait then. Yeah, it takes a minute, huh? Okay. That makes sense. It's got to update. Yeah, you're right. It's not like automatic, huh? All right. Dang. Sunset, maybe. Let's see if that road's closed. I really want to go to that river. Do a nice cleansing out there. Yeah, check out the other channel. So as soon as I'm able to go live on that channel, then I'll go live as soon, and then we'll start moving, the subscribers over to that channel, and then build that channel from the ground up again. Kind of sucks to start over because of the monetization, the subscribers to the members, I mean, but It's okay. The ad revenue too. You know, every little bit helps. The reach too. The reach. It's not really advantages or anything like that. I just it's just personal. It's just personal. Low. So quiet out here. I've never rested so good out here ever. Like, last time I kind of went through here, and yeah, and another reason too is because I want a specific email for my channel, and YouTube doesn't allow us to change the email. And so it's like an old email, and I want the Mark the Shark email. You know, I want my email. I just want a better email. It's pinned right there. It's pinned on the comments. So it's just YouTube doesn't let you change certain things that I'm aware of. I mean, if I can, shoot, that'd be amazing, but it doesn't let you change things around. Like, once you're set, that's it. You can't change it anymore. The scanner, I gave it to Alex. The scanner, I gave that to Alex. But hopefully, maybe I can get one, like a digital one. It was just really complicated for me to use, and I wasn't using it, and so I'm like, here, you know, I'm sure you could figure it out. I was like, here, I'd rather give it to somebody that, you know, is gonna use it, so to speak, you know. Yeah, you just can't, like, once you're set with things, you can't change it up, and it's kind of not cool. Dang, Sedona. Look at Sedona, man. It's so pretty and quiet out here. I've been having some really good naps. Nice mental reset out here. Yeah. Yeah, I've been having some really good rest over here. Yeah, the night, man. We own the night out there. So we're gonna be owning the night in other situations and in other, you know, cases and travel too. I do want to travel a little bit more, and I do want to incorporate that too in the channel, you know, traveling and road trip, because I really like our road trips. There's something about road trips when people come along that it's pretty cool. I like it. People seem to like it too, so we'll see what we'll see how long it takes to go live on that one, on that new channel, because I've been directing everybody out there. So Hey Don, can you put on the or somebody can you put on the Discord that I'm live? 'Cause I told my mods I was gonna be live, but I didn't tell them when. I just want to tell them that I'm not able to go live on the other channel. So they're probably waiting for me to go live on the other channel. So I guess we have to just wait a little bit so that YouTube verifies that it's you know, that they're real subs, I suppose. Oh, you see them use it? Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Hey, Lulu. Lulu, can you sleep? Like me? I couldn't sleep because I've been taking some really good naps. That's wild, man. I mean, we did it in what, like in a day. We hit 1,000 in a day. 24 hours, about 24 hours or something like that. A little bit over that, of course, but within a couple days. Oh, that's what Google says, a couple days? Ever thought about commentating? Active court cases. Survivor. Yeah, that'd be interesting. I don't know. I like being like, I like being where, you know, what's the word? I like being like here. I like going to the places. I like seeing where certain areas are when it comes to cases, like when like the baby Manolito case, that one I went on location. David case, I went to LA. That one I've been going to court every single day, or not every single day. Every time it's court. So I like doing that, and I love doing that. This guy's right on my ass. Maybe because I'm going slow. Oh, now he wants to slow down? Let me get some Windex. Well, I need to grab some food, so I wanted to go live on the new channel, but we gotta wait a few days from what the chat is telling me. The hours too, you have to put like I think 5,000 hours or some crazy amount of hours to get monetized, but this is what I'm doing, so I'll just go live every day for like 12 hours. Whatever it is, you know. Let's see. Oh, yep, still closed. I can see it here. Still closed. I do want to get a digital scanner. bet you was like, just looking at me like, don't ask me questions. Old timer, man. That guy was an old timer. He was like, he was chilling. I'm not gonna interrupt him. Hello, hello, hello. There's my mods. Hey, go. I guess I gotta wait a few minutes, or a few minutes. I can't talk, man. I need to get some food. I guess I need to wait a few days for YouTube to check, verify that I got over 50 subs. Robin. Another of my mods, man. I love seeing my mods in here. Yeah, it's good seeing everybody. I'm in Sedona, Arizona. I mean, just a wonderful state. So we're gonna get some food. Everything's closed over here, but we're gonna get some food. This is the night crew today. We're just gonna hang out. I wanted to hang out again with the new channel. I pinned it right there if you guys want to go and sub up. But as soon as it goes through, I'll start going live on that one, so that way I can get the hours in too. And it's nice because I have these two phones. I was at T-Mobile. They gave me 3 phones. Because I said I want an extra phone. They said, okay, here's an extra phone, and then on top of that, you get a free phone with the line. So they gave me 3 phones. I was like, 3 phones? Like, yeah, it gets added to it, so it's free. And you know, when they say free, they make up for it somewhere. They get you somewhere. And I was like, all right. So I got 3 phones thanks to T-Mobile. They gave me such a good deal. I told them the unlimited plan, and unlimited. I don't want the plan to slow down. I don't want it to, I just don't want the stream to slow down or to get capped. Because sometimes a lot of these companies, what they'll do is they'll say unlimited to a certain point. And when it's to a certain point, then it slows down. So I told them that. I was like, I don't want that. I do not want that. I'll walk out if you tell me it is, or if you tell me it is and then it isn't. I'm just gonna bring back the phones and just dump them here and want a full refund. Are you gonna go back to Tucson Tuesday? Is it Tuesday the 2nd? Did you? Well, I will be going to the 2nd to the what's it called, to the Derek Cruella hearing. So I'll be there for that. So I don't know. I don't know if I'll have time to do both, but yeah, they know. You know, I've been on their panels. I've been reaching out and sending them some love. So they know we're behind them, and hopefully those charges get dropped. But yeah, T-Mobile, man. T-Mobile is great. T-Mobile is amazing, man. Yeah, Derek. What's his name? Derek Cruella or what? Cruella DeVille or something? Stupid name. I don't know why I came up here. It's like muscle memory. See? Let me find a place to go eat. I need to get some food. Well, I can see the fire. Oh, now I know why I'm here. Because I could see the fires from here. If there's any fires. So let me see. Oh, Kalela. Oh, thank you, Robin. Thank you. My bad. Yeah, Derek Citronella. he's gonna have it on the 2nd, so I do want to be there. And I don't know what time he's gonna be brought up. You know, it could be the morning, afternoon. But I do want to be there for that. It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be really interesting to see what that dude does, what he says, who's there, who shows up in support for him, or you know, I don't know. It's gonna be interesting. What his plea is gonna be. Oh, it is at 10:20 a.m. Okay, cool. Thank you. Thank you. I'll get there early because sometimes what they'll do is they'll pass out tickets if it's like a high-profile case. It may not be where people are going, and it might be that the media is there, but there's different seating for media and public. But I want to be able to get a seat, so I'll get there early. So here are the fires. Yeah, they're still burning. Dang. Yeah, they're still burning. That's wild. You can kind of see them. Yeah, it's federal. Yeah, federal court. So they don't play. They do not play. Do not want to mess with the government. Go grab some food, hang out for a little bit, grab some food. Is it over 6,000 acres? Yeah, I can see it from here. Where's the moon? Yeah, where is the moon? Hold on. Oh, dang, the moon is bright. Hold on. You guys want to see the moon? It's bright. Yeah, and these Samsungs aren't like the best. They're not like, they're the free ones, you know, the cheap free ones they give you. I mean, they have the like, what's the new one right now? The Samsung? That's bright. Why is it so bright? Do you think Derek is gonna roll on Tommaso Anzi's mom and get a good plea deal for doing so? And is that the one reason they all have been so quiet, sort of protect Savannah from BRM? It's gonna be interesting. It's gonna be interesting to see what what he says, what he doesn't say, what gets brought up. Plea change hearing. Samsung S24 Ultra. I don't know. What do you guys think? Do you guys think he's part of, you know, the whole scheme, a scheme allegedly? You know, is he part of a cover-up? Or is he just some hoaxer? Let me know in the comment section. Well, I'll look for some. Oh, Believe. Where did I put my phone? Oh man. That's the thing about having 3 phones. Lose them all the time. Very sus. Very sus. For being a free phone, this one's pretty nice. Oh, there it is. I was sitting on it. But I've always been an iPhone guy. Always. So much easier, man. I find iPhone to be way easy. Maybe it's just because I'm used to it. Maybe if I get used to the Android, then it'll be a lot better. Alright, let's go get some food. This is a Denny's. I think that's the only thing that's open right now. No. I can't relocate here to Sedona. It's expensive out here. Expensive, even though it's gorgeous. If I hit the lotto, yeah, I'm out here. I think Denny's is the only place that's open. Yeah, it is good for the middle of the night. Wouldn't mind some eggs. So I see the fires are still going. Eggs over my hammy. That does sound good. Fires are still burning. What a peaceful night out here, man. Yeah, I wish I could live out here. Usually Mondays is when some breaking news happens. Hopefully maybe tomorrow we'll hear something new with the Nancy Guthrie case, because it doesn't seem like there's been anything. Oh wait, I might not be able to. Oh no, I can't. Hopefully there's something breaks tomorrow or something, because it doesn't, man, it's just, I thought for sure this case was going to be cracked right away because of the video and the way, there was a bunch of evidence, letters, Bitcoin. You can track all that stuff, especially if the FBI's involved in helping and assisting. I think so. I think they will find the perp. I think with a lot of these cases, when there's video like that, people get caught. Yeah, they gave me 3 phones. An extra one, so I had to call in or GP. And then they just said, well, here, you get a third one for free, quote unquote free. And they gave it to me. So I was like, all right. Buffering? Oh, man. That taco shop, they had some really good chips and salsa. Filibertos. I was there earlier during the day. They had some really good stuff. Good chips. Salsa. Oh, I'm still in Sedona. Taking a much needed, I don't know, what do you call it? Mental break, spiritual break, physical break. It's been really good so far. It's been really good. I'm getting some really good sleep too. There's no soul. Yeah, it's all empty. I'm getting some really good sleep. I don't know. We'll find out when I go to the second to the federal court. Right after the court ends, I'm going live right away. That's what I always do when I'm on when I go to the David case or any other cases. Right away, because it's fresh in my mind. I get out, I say what I heard, and you know what I saw, how they reacted, what they were saying, who he was with. Was he nervous? Was he happy? Was he this? Was he that? And so you'll get to hear all that stuff even before the news, because the news has to set everything up. Yeah, that freaking moon is bright, man. Derek Cruella, July 2nd. What did I do today? I slept all day. I took naps all day. Sunday, even God rested. On the 7th day, God rested. Oh, you did too, Drew? Nice. I have this mouth guard. I bought this mouth guard. It's really nice. It like you put it in water, warm water, and and you bite on it, and it molds to your teeth. And you adjust the mold. It's pretty much a mouth guard that fits to your teeth. And you put it in warm water, you bite on it, you bite the top, bite the bottom, and it gives you a nice mouth guard. Okay. And you set this mouth guard up, and then you put some hinges on it, and I like it nice and tight because it stretches out your throat, and it's supposed to open up your airway and make you not snore, because I snore hard. You guys have seen me on the lives when I'm on live and I fall asleep and I snore. I snore big time. What this mouth guard does, it opens up your airway and it makes you breathe really good. And man, you get some of the best sleep. When you have that and then you get this like good sleep, it's so different than what you're used to. You know, because we get so tired and we're like, why am I so tired? Well, because you wake yourself up. I wake myself up because I snore so loud. And so when I put this mouth guard on, and then I'm like, whoa, I wake up and I'm like, I don't feel tired. I don't feel tired. And it's a good feeling, because you're like, why am I always tired? Why am I always tired? And it has something to do with that. So I do recommend that. It's on Amazon. I recommend a lot of things here. I recommend books. I recommend vitamins. I recommend mouth guards. I recommend every recommendation that I've had or that I've said on here. You've heard it, Daisy. I heard you snort too, so quiet. And man, it's amazing. So like L-theanine, so I'll stack that with L-theanine, the mouth guard, and just, you know, a little bit of water like right before bed, which I shouldn't, because, you know, then you wake up, use the restroom. But man, I highly recommend, I highly recommend a mouth guard for sleeping. Very good investment. Yeah, she sure did. She sure did, brown-eyed. Brown-eyed girl. I wonder if I should just go to the gas station and get a hot dog or something. No, we'll go to Denny's. It's nice too, because when I'm you'll lose weight if you get good sleep. Just getting good sleep alone, you'll lose weight. I don't know how that works, but my doctor told me, and I think it's true, because I feel lighter. Every time I come out to these trips, I feel a lot lighter, because I've been walking more too. Yeah, those mouth guards are amazing, man. I'm telling you. Hello. ¿Quién te la jaló? La pata. L-theanine too is another product I endorse. I love L-theanine. I hope I'm saying that right. Am I saying that right? L-theanine? Theanine? Yeah, magnesium too. Magnesium, D3, and what's the other one? I think it's like calcium. Magnesium. There's like 3 that you stack. That's really good. Magnesium, D3, and there's another one. I think it might be calcium that I used to take, but now I just take the L-theanine. Hopefully I'm saying that right. Yeah, B12 is good. B12 is really good. Phosphate, yeah. B12 is really, yeah, B12. Hey, Miss Douglas, where you been? Make sure you sub up to the other channel, guys. It's pinned up there. As soon as vitamin C is good too. Vitamin C, look, when you feel like you're gonna get a cold or something, just take a ton of vitamin C, because your body will only take so many vitamins. Oh, you're snuggling? Oh, that sounds cool. Cozy, huh? Take a bunch of vitamin C, water, and you'll feel good. You'll feel really good. You feel amazing. Oh my God, you feel amazing. Can't believe it. Oh, thank you, Cole. Appreciate that. So sweet. Thank you. I was just gonna grab a hot dog, but let's go to Denny's. Get some eggs or something. So I think they have breakfast burritos there too. So we'll go there, grab that real quick. Where's everything I recommend? I don't have that anywhere. Maybe I should post it on my descriptions. And this is all the stuff I use. And same with like mushroom vitamins too. I love mushroom vitamins. Oh my gosh, man. Mushrooms. Oof. Oof. You want to get your brain reactivated? Take some of those take lion's mane. Take some lion manes before you read a book. Boom. Read a few chapters of a book. Yeah, lion's mane is great. Yep. Sponsored Amazon. Yeah, I think AJ has that too, right? I think I think he has that where he gets like a cut of it or something, and it doesn't even what's the word? It's not a higher price. It's just for promoting it or something. I don't know. Because he's the one that helped me set up the Amazon wish list. So I had trouble setting that up. All these cones, man. Arizona and cones, man. Arizona has this infatuation with cones. Like they got a grant, like a big grant for cones. I swear, man. Apple 1 minute is like 3 minutes. It'll say estimated time 5 minutes, and it's like 20 minutes. Like it never moves from that 5 minutes, and then it moves to 4 minutes, and then it moves to 3, but after like 6 minutes. On the road again. I've been getting really good sleep again. Patriot Pride, what's up, Patriot Pride? How you doing? Thanks for the shout out. Somebody said you shouted me out on your channel. Thank you. Make sure you guys go sub up to Patriot Pride. Really cool group of guys, man, doing some good things. Out here in Sedona, taking a break, you know, taking a mental break, spiritual break, physical break. Can we drive by Nancy's house? I'm in Sedona. But I will be in Tucson on July 2nd. Yeah, I like their setup. Patriot Pride setup, like the couch, and they got the American flag in the background, microphones. cool, like gas. Real nice setup. Yeah, go check them out. I'll have one of my mods drop your link, Patriot Pride. If they haven't already subbed up, go sub up, guys. Patriot Pride. Yeah, we were having watch parties in my Discord watching Richard, the Richard stream. That was interesting. We'll have like watch parties. We'll have movie nights. We'll have voices in there where we actually talk back and forth with other subscribers. Really good place to hang out. Yeah, go if you can drop their link in there. Appreciate that. Thank you. $14 minutes. 14 minutes. We'll get to Denny's. Every time I come here, I can breathe too. Every time I'm over here in Sedona, I can breathe. Every time I'm here in Arizona, I breathe. There's no moisture in the air. And that's really, it's nice because, I don't know, it does something to. No, I'm not off to Tucson. I'm going to Denny's late night. I have a new channel. It's pasted on my right there. It's pinned. Hey, thank you, Texas Angel, for becoming a First Wave member. I'll be pausing. Thank you, Robin. I appreciate that. Make sure you guys go sub up. Texas Angel, I appreciate that. I'll be pausing subscriptions at the end of this month. You'll still have the benefits for the month. Yeah, one of the perks is that you're gonna be able to go onto Discord. So I do appreciate that. Thank you. So don't worry about losing the perks, is what I'm trying to get to. I can't think today, man. I'm like hungry, and I'm thinking about scrambled eggs and pancakes or something. Pancakes with some scrambled eggs, and I don't know, man. It's just, that's kind of what sucks a little bit. Like when you sleep during the day and then you wake up at night. You're just up all night. So I'm gonna be up all night, pretty much. We'll see. Sometimes I get tired. I'll go back to my regular schedule. Yeah, I think they're almost at like 10,000. Yeah, they'll get there. No problem. Yeah, biscuits and gravy. Yeah, biscuits and gravy. Isn't that for isn't that the is that in Tucson? The court where Derek is gonna be at? Is it in Tucson? Yeah, it's in Tucson. Yeah, it's gotta be in Tucson. So that's where the criminal act happened. Oh, you can't change emails? Oh shit. Alright, thank you for that. There's other things I need to check too, so it's got to be done anyway. But I do appreciate that. Thank you, SB. Yeah, it's in Tucson, right? Yeah. Oh, the Buc-ee's? Yeah, people were saying. Yeah, so hopefully when I go back to Tucson for July 2nd, we can go hit that up. But you guys got to remind me, because I had missed it already by like 20 minutes, and I want to check it out. 17th. Look at this, 17th South. On the road again. Man, these semi trucks, man, these semis, man. Much respect to truck drivers. Hauling goods and services. Hauling all these goods. Amazon trucks. Food. All kinds of stuff, man. Sometimes I'll see the trains too. I'm like, man, they're like carrying like box carts and box carts of food. Or not food. See, that's what I'm thinking about food. Brown Egg Girl put Denny's and then I thought food. But just of items and products and all kinds of stuff. I don't know. Something about trains, man, that I'm drawn to. Yeah, it says it's 24 hours. They should be 24 hours. I think it's rare that I've seen a Denny's not be 24 hours. We'll find out right now. What should I get? What should I get? I do want eggs. Maybe I'll just get a breakfast burrito. I don't know, that sounds good. Biscuits, yeah, biscuit, sausage, and gravy. That does sound good, huh? My niece has a sign in her kitchen that says, "I love you more than biscuits and gravy." That's awesome. Pancakes. Yum. That's the problem when you're hungry and you just want everything. Like biscuits and gravy sounds really good. A breakfast burrito sounds good. Scrambled eggs, pancakes, you know, the what is it? All American breakfast platter, the sampler, something like that. That sounds good too. Fried eggs over there. The best way, probably with some toast and coffee. That's actually the best way. Toast and coffee. And bacon. And ham. And potatoes. Oh, French toast. Oh, Grand Slam. That's what it is. Grand Slam, yeah. Omelets. Yeah, the omelets are good. Yeah. Omelets are good. Can't beat a good omelet. Sunny side up or over easy. I like them over medium. Over medium. Sometimes I like my eggs hard-boiled or poached. French toast bacon with a side of scrambled egg. Boom. Yeah, over medium. Look at that. Me and Dawn have the same taste. Over medium. All right. Eggs Benedict, yeah. Robert Ramada. How you been? Haven't seen in a while. Stop reading the chat. I know, right? I'm doing good. I'm doing really good. Because I needed a break, so I'm in Sedona. I didn't get a chance to go to be here longer than I wanted to, so I'm back here just for, you know, personal reasons, like to take a break, so to speak. And hang out with the Shark crew. Yeah. Make sure you sub up to the new channel. Rubber Ramada, yeah. Sure, sub up to the new channel. I'll be moving. We're moving headquarters. It's the same channel, same thing, same host. But I'm gonna incorporate more like road trips and travel. Which I already do anyway, but it's pretty much gonna be the same thing. All right, yeah, I'll stop by, yeah. Yeah, thanks for stopping by, Rubber Ramada. Appreciate it. 5 minutes, Daisy, 5 minutes. Yeah, we should be there. 5 minutes. Desolate, yeah. That's how I like it. I love this. I love the night. I love the atmosphere, the environment of the night. I like the no traffic. I like that it's not hot. You don't feel rushed. Oh, there's a Sonics. I don't think it's open. But if it is, I wouldn't mind some Sonics. No dessert for who? Daisy? What the heck? Alright, here we go. 2 miles. 3 miles. 2.6 miles. I'm gonna see if I can fix my 4-wheel drive too on this truck. Yeah, Daisy's sweet. Yeah, she's very nice. I like Daisy. This is fun. Mark is awesome. Yeah, this is where it's just, you know, this is just hanging out. I like going on live streams too when I can't sleep, and then I'll just have it in my ear, and then I'll just kind of doze off a little bit. You guys ever do that? Just have YouTube playing in the background? I do that a lot. Yeah, you do that, Dawn? Yeah, me too. Me too. Texas does that? Yeah. I'm in Sedona. True, all the time. Night driving is peaceful, yes. Yeah. No traffic. seeing a bunch of gas stations and businesses here. Oh, the intro and outro music, yeah. Love that music. Yeah, no crazies. Yeah. Because sometimes, like with these gas stations, like the Pilots gas stations, they'll have Subway open for like 24 hours too. You'll see the lady making sandwiches. She's all tired. People are asking no. They're like pickles and this, that, and the other. And you can tell, man. Like graveyard shift is no fun. I know, because I used to work graveyard shift. Oh my gosh, it was brutal. Brutal, man. And no matter how much sleep you get during the day, your body is just, it's not built for nighttime. You want to lose weight though? Yeah, that's a work graveyard. It'll definitely lose weight. I remember working graveyard, and everybody was just everybody would lose weight. Just I don't know what it is, man. I don't know what it is. Sharon, I know. I can't ever do it again either. I just can't. There's a gas station there. Oh, we're gonna go to Denny's. Burger King, Taco Bell, and we'll go to Denny's. Oh, look, there's a Mexican restaurant here. It says it's open. Oh, dang, it is open. Denny's looks abandoned. Oh, one of my lights is out. Hold on, let me see. Yeah, look, one of my lights is out. Glad I caught that. Hold on, let me see. Let me see if I can just hit it and it'll pop back up. If not, I gotta change it because I don't get pulled over for a fixed ticket. Looks like it's out. Let me look on the hood real quick, make sure that the connection's good. Black gloves. Gotta use black gloves because you don't want to get dirty. Oh, let me see if the connections are. Like if it's the connections. I need I need a new light bulb. That's all right. I'll pick one up tomorrow. Nothing's open. Use the tiny hand. Where is my tiny hand? I know I brought it. All right, let me order some food. Waffle House? I don't know. Let me order some food real quick. Thank you, Go. All right, I'll be right back. Tiny hand, where are you? Breakfast tacos? Isn't that like a Texas thing? Let me know what you guys want. I'll get it. I'm back. Forgot I was in Arizona for a minute there. Looked like looked like the Denny's from California, man. Music in the background pumping out loud. It was nice. 3 workers. 2 of them working. One of them on his break. And then I come out, I'm like, oh yeah, Arizona. Oh, there's the Starbucks right here. Damn, that does smell really good. We'll grab Coke Zero. Oh, look how cool that is. Look at that. That's so cool. Look at that. Oh. So I like seeing stuff like that when I'm out road tripping. World's largest Cocopelli. All right. The world's largest, all right? Not just the largest, the world. Hey, Don? Don't you forget that. Just go grab a Coke Zero. I said, don't forget that that's the biggest Cocomelier. What is it, Cocomelon? What do they call that? Cocomelons? I got your pancakes, yes. Oh, it's a show? Oh. What do you guys want? Hurry, hurry, hurry. Dang, that's crazy. They had no Coke Zero. Like none. Not even a can or hey John. Nothing. Fountain, nothing. That was weird. What's this world coming to? Julie. Did they not get the memo? That's funny. I got Diet Coke. It's alright. Chocolate milk and powdered donuts. There you go. I am in Sedona, Arizona. Here, do you guys don't mind if we listen to something real quick? I want to hear this guy's input. Not so much Harvey, but the other guy, Mark Garagos. No offense, Harvey.
I have a theory. I think when they kidnapped Nancy Guthrie, it was all about money. And then she dies and they freak out because they've committed murder. You kidnap somebody and they die as a result of the anguish and the fright. It's felony murder.
Yeah, it's felony murder, fool.
Mark, we have received 2 emails today, Friday, when we're doing this, from a man who claims he knows where Nancy Guthrie's kidnappers are, who they are, and will lead authorities to them for the price of 1 Bitcoin. And I am going to lay out everything we know, the communications with the FBI, and I want to hear from you and everybody watching and listening. Is this guy a fraudster or the real deal? So let me tell you what we got today, early this morning. So this guy, he starts out by...
Whoops. What the heck? Hold on, sorry.
Starting route to airport loop trails. Head northeast on North Goswick Way. Then at the roundabout, take the 3rd exit onto State Route 260 West.
Doctor, is it true that horse gelatin...
Horse gelatin? The fuck?
I am not the idiot who recently called in a tip about her burial site in Mexico. Now, there were reports that they had taken her to Mexico, but here's where it gets...
Just wait, so that what people understand is somebody who had previously sent a note which you turned over to the FBI.
We've turned all the notes over to the FBI.
And is this one that the FBI gave some credence to? Not this particular one, but an earlier one?
Well, he's referring to somebody who made a statement that her body was buried in Mexico. I have no idea whether the FBI took it seriously. He's saying, it's not me. But this is what's interesting. He says only 2 are directly involved, and I doubt they would be
Coco
the
Pelli
ones to call in
That's what they're
and
called.
snitch on themselves. So I think that's really interesting because he has told us before, if you believe him, that there are multiple kidnappers, but a main guy. This is the first time he's given us a number where he says 2. So he says there are 2 kidnappers, and he's basically saying it wasn't me that made that comment that circulated recently about Mexico, and it certainly wasn't them, because why would they snitch on themselves? So that's kind of interesting.
When did this guy or this person first email or send you a note?
Days after we received the first ransom note. Days.
This is somebody who's been sending to you all along.
And at the beginning, almost every day, we've received at least a dozen of these from the same guy.
And I'm going to, you and I have talked about this before, you can do a pretty good triage on whether somebody is 51 or 50, just on the basis of the notes they send.
He's not 51. He's not 5150. He's either legit or a sophisticated fraudster. He's one of the two. He's either legit or really sharp and knows how to defraud people. But there's nothing in these notes that make him seem off kilter in terms of his.
Well, I think you've got more experience than most, like 98% of the population detect those.
Yeah. This is where
The truck might be loud.
He says they have a phone stashed in a secure location, guaranteeing both the information it stores and the safety of the phone. What it contains is my definition of delivering this on a silver platter. A short video of the main guy with Nancy the day that was probably her last. And then he says, in addition to that, the phone has the names and addresses of the kidnappers.
We back. Oh, these ads.
If you got hit, even if you were not driving, you need to try this.
Did you know there? So he is saying
Sophisticated
he has a
fraudster.
video of Nancy, because he had said earlier that he had seen Nancy.
No, my windows are not down.
And if you believe
My
him,
truck is just loud.
he has some close connection to the kidnapper involved in the kidnapping, and has repeated that over and over and over.
So that being said, the fact that he only wants one Bitcoin seems odd, and to me, number 2, since this is starting, Bitcoin is not exactly
Right.
skyrocketing.
It's about $60,000 now. A lot.
Yeah, and so as he changed,
$60,000 for a Bitcoin.
Well, in a way, yes, because initially he had asked for what amounted to 100,000 in Bitcoin, and now he's asking for 1, which is, like I said, just under 60,000. I mean, it's like, if this guy is really trying, now he says the reason he wants the money is because he has to go underground, and he gets more detailed here, but he's saying that he is basically one of these kidnappers appeared to
$6,000 isn't
that
going to get
he
you
has
far
all this information,
if you want to go underground.
and he's scared of them, and he has to go underground, and he goes on in this letter, in this email, to say that he can see if the money is put into the Bitcoin address that he gives, but he will not access it until after the kidnappers are caught, because he doesn't want to, access it and then have it traced to him. The kidnappers are still loose. So he has,
and I would assume that you, as he seems to be your boss, cannot make this.
well, I'll tell you, I called the FBI about a month ago, and I said, look, I may be really naive here, and I don't know, but I keep asking you guys, is this guy a kook? Is he a fraudster? And you tell me you don't know, but you also say you're really trying to track him down. And, it's like you're not dismissing it. And I just got this feeling, it might
crazy.
trigger this and follow where it leads us. And
That's
obviously
crazy.
work with you. So this was about a month ago, and the first reaction
Not
I got
crazy,
was, well,
but
that's kind of
dang.
interesting. Let us run it up the flagpole. And
Pay the
I called
$16,000.
back and a couple days later, and they said we're still talking about it. And then I kind of got ghosted for almost a month, and I called back a half dozen times, and they never returned my call. And I just figured, okay, when you say the FBI, so
Hey, Joanna, thank you. First wave owner, thank you for joining. We're gonna be pausing the. I have to pause the memberships,
we respond in a different
but
way.
you get the perks
Let me just
to
say,
go.
a
Let me
couple of
pause
days
this.
ago,
You get the perks to be go on the Discord. So we gotta move headquarters to a new channel. Same thing, same, new.
the FBI did call me, and they said, well, look, they knew about what I had requested, and they said, look, we feel we're closer to finding this person, and they said this person might actually be and that's all they said. They didn't say why they thought that, but
It's gonna, that's interesting. They said that because I was gonna
They think it's a woman.
uses a man's name. No, I know. But then they said on the documentary thing to stand down that they were working on it. They said fine. And so because there were these stories that had come out this week that, the second ransom note said that Nancy had died, it seems like that's what triggered this guy into sending this.
this person did not tell you that Nancy is dead.
Well, and he is essentially, he told us that, and I'm going to call him he just because that's what we heard. He told us this early on. At one point he said, essentially, time is of the essence. And then in a follow-up email said, time is no longer of the essence. And
How earlier,
a week. So yeah, I mean, he has essentially told us over time that she was dead. And again, we've been sending all of these to the FBI, and they have spent a lot of time with my IT team, a lot of time, and multiple FBI agents who have been trying to crack the code of both this guy's email and the first kidnapping note. They've spent a lot of time with our team. As far as I know, they were not able to crack it. I know that until a month ago, they certainly were not able to crack it. I don't know what they've done to this guy.
They're not able to crack it.
Savannah did that, to your heartstrings notion.
Right.
Please bring us back in terms of two interpretations. One of them remains the other. People want to think positive, interpret it differently. Is this guy what you believe saying that she's already gone?
No, the reason that Savannah Glenn, that's a really important point. There was the first ransom note said she was safe and scared. We received that, as did two Tucson television stations.
Safe and scared, the first one.
Was only sent to one of the Tucson television stations. And what came out this week is in that second note, which was sent 5 or 6 days after the kidnapping, it said she was dead. And they were basically saying, we didn't do it, she died. And it was that second ransom note from the kidnappers. We know both notes were written by the same people because it was the same, it had the same Bitcoin address for the ransom. So,
Oh wow, look at that. Both letters were from the same person because it had the same Bitcoin address. That's interesting. That's some good information because anybody can write those notes, right? But if you have two notes with the same Bitcoin address and they match, it's coming from the same person. Ooh, interesting. Hey, welcome in.
it was that second note that said she was dead. And yes, that weekend, I believe it publish the Bitcoin address. So in this note, he says, I have a new Bitcoin address that you can send this money to. And then he references the old one just to show it's the same guy.
Oh, wow.
And we never published that Bitcoin address, and it is the exact same one.
Have you published any of these notes?
We haven't published the notes in full. We've quoted from them.
Have you even shown anything additional of it?
No, we've never shown any of the notes, but
Shouldn't we show a little bit of this?
well, I mean, I've read a lot of this.
Mark Aragos is like, can you show me the freaking note?
He says,
Can you show a
look,
little bit of the
send us-
note?
If you send me the Bitcoin, that I will let you know where this
I missed my
phone
exit.
is, and it's in a safe location that's easily accessible. If you are guided to it, to me that feels like a safe deposit box. And he says that the phone is turned off, but I will lead you
Hey,
to the
Cindy.
safe deposit box and give you the password so you can access the phone. So that's what he says. Now,
So if this guy is not a fraudster, and I think I said this to you once before, hopefully they're listening or hearing, why don't they just go to a lawyer and have the lawyer work on a contingency to broker the information, which then keeps the anonymity of the client and allows the information to get pending the confirmation of
Boom, look at
the information or the phone or whatever.
In a
else.
trust account.
Why they make it so cloak and dagger? There seems to be a rather simple way to navigate.
that's actually a really interesting.
My hotel, I'm in Sedona right now. I just went to grab some food. Nothing was open, just Denny's. So we're just on the road hanging out. I tried to go to my new channel and try to go live from the new channel. I thought I didn't, but I couldn't. I didn't. I have to wait a
He certainly hasn't raised it, and one of the reasons he might not want to do that is if he's a
and I missed
fraudster.
my exit.
Right, and so that's what tends to lead me to believe that the person is a fraudster, because otherwise, go to a lawyer who's got attorney-client privilege with you, who has a trust account, and you can receive whatever funds and not have to disclose, meaning not have to disclose this deal, so you can then take that information and
TMZ needs to put a trace on their
have
tip
some
line.
interest in
Yeah.
getting this solved. That's the way to solve it.
Okay, I will double down with you on that and say there is more evidence he's a fraudster, and then after I tell you what that evidence is, then I'll tell you why he might not be a fraudster. So
Okay, I'm gonna get my fraudster whiplash.
you were gonna get fraudster whiplash.
Let's first go towards doubling down on fraud.
Okay, let's do that. So you had asked me earlier, is this one-way communication, or are we able to communicate? We cannot send emails or anything like that. That is a one-way street. That we don't have any ability to do that or have. However, we have a website, and we have television shows, and we have social media, and on all of those, we have really directly to it. And I said something to him today after getting this email, and I said, look,
The San Diego County Fair's Toyota Summer Concert Series features premier entertainment on the Corona grandstands.
you could be an absolute scammer and and there's a reason the FBI and the Guthrie family hasn't paid you. So it's got to give them pause that whether you're the real deal or not. So what about this? Send us, and this is the way we've communicated with him. I put this on social media and on the website today. And I said, send us a screen grab from video of Nancy Guthrie. Something, just a screen grab that shows you the real deal. And we will immediately
Whoa.
So that made me think, this guy's full of it.
I thought he said he wasn't in contact with them, and he's coming back with a maiden. How does? Oh, I see. Okay, so he's Harvey is, he can't direct contact this dude or the tip line. They never have, but he's saying it in the show. Okay, and then they came back and he said the metadata is going to show that it's coming from me. So it's crazy. So it's like it's like here's a solution, but then he comes back with an excuse. You know, it's like that's like typical scammer stuff. Is here's you know, they never make it easy. The scammer never makes it easy for you. They always make it easy for the scammer.
Right, because once again, you could show it to a lawyer confidentially. The lawyer can take a look. The lawyer does not have to access metadata. The lawyer can then do a reverse offer to the FBI or the authorities. The lawyer can also, if you're worried about being apprehended or if you're worried about your liability, so to speak, then they can do, if it turns out that you're not a fraudster, they can work out some kind of arrangement for you.
That's right. Okay, so that's
Now,
my doubling
what
down.
leads you?
I know.
What leads you to the other? Where's the whiplash on the other end?
So I send these 2 emails today to the FBI, and they are saying, we're on it. We're on it. You know, it's like, stop sending us these stupid emails. And I'm not getting that. And so I'm just really confused. Why are they spending time on this guy if they don't believe that he might be legit? But on the other hand, if they think he even might be legit, why not roll the dice on 60 grand, which in the greater scheme of things, you know, it's not going to break the bank. But if they're spending this much time trying to figure out who he is, then roll the dice on this thing. Because the guy, there was a point, Mark, where, I don't know, a month in, I did a social
Thought he was
media
talking to me
post,
for a
again,
second.
the only way we could contact this guy. And I
Felt
just
late.
say to you that if it's a scam, they will find you, they will charge you, they will prosecute you, and they will send you to prison. And they had actually asked me to say that. And I did.
Wow.
And he sent me an email back saying, I am well aware that anybody who pulls a scam like this can be prosecuted and sent to prison. I am not doing that. So look, I don't know, but
Dang, Harvey's the FBI and Harvey are like working together to try to do something here. That's interesting.
I mean, if 0 to 100, 100 is he's telling the truth, and 0 is no credibility. Where are you on the spectrum?
Right now, until you give me some other piece of information that I didn't have 8 minutes ago, I'm giving it about a 65%, a 65 out of 100.
Is that worth rolling? Is that worth rolling the dice?
Yeah, I think that is worth rolling the dice.
So you would roll the dice.
If I'm you and I've got a website like you've got, I would roll the dice.
Well, we will not do anything like that unless the FBI said, go ahead. Because I figure if they weren't, what skin is it off their teeth if we do this documentary and do it? But for whatever reason, they said, no, stand down. Why are they saying that?
How long ago did they tell you to stand down?
This week.
Okay, so
Well, they had, when I first called them about the idea, they said, don't do anything yet, let us run it up the flagpole.
right, then you did the follow-up.
Right.
Have you asked them since this last one?
Yeah, when I was on the phone with them this week, and I
Okay.
mentioned it again, they said, no, stand down.
Okay, well then that would lead me to believe that my 65 is a very confident 65, because that would lead me to believe that they think they've got something. If they thought this was a complete dead end, they would have told you to stand down.
Yeah, and we have never spoken with the Guthrie family on this. So I mean, and you know,
This has got to be the most
it's
unbelievably
heart-wrenching.
heart-wrenching. It's a perfect word for it. Can you imagine your mom is gone, you don't know what's happened, and you've got every grifter in the world, and you've got it's just, I don't even know how to, it's inexplicable.
Well, and it's not just that. It's like with Savannah, you know, she's got a job that requires her, you know, to at times be joyful and at times, you know, just be inquisitive and to have all sorts of emotions, you know, depending on what she's doing, you know, during each, you know, multi-hour day of the Today Show. And what's underlying all of it is this pain that sometimes just seeps out, which it did this week, where she just broke down. And when she breaks down in the middle of it, you think, my God, this woman literally has to act every day. And it is true acting, you know, to be able to, you know, just bury that, you know, emotion. And it always just doesn't stay down.
Yeah, it's heart-wrenching. That's why I said, if you, where are you? You asked me. I'm at a solid 65.
I'm around there too. But to me, a 65 is roll the dice.
Right, I agree. Anything more than 50 is roll the dice.
So, I got a theory about this.
Wait, do I have all the information at this point that you have?
Most, I suppose. But, I mean, there were some things that they asked us not to say.
Like what?
I got to...
When the things they asked you not to say would seem to support the idea that this person is legit.
Yeah.
Correct?
With almost 500,000 customers and over $1 trillion of secure payments, Bill isn't new to intelligent finance. It's the proven way to simplify bill pay and maximize cash flow. Want to learn more? Visit
I'm eating right now.
bill.com/proven for
I
a
missed my
special offer.
exit.
Correct?
Most, I suppose. But, I mean, there were some things that they asked us not to say. But I got to...
When the things they asked you not to say would seem to support the idea that this person is legit, correct?
I can't say that. I can't say one way or the other. It's more about the kidnappers than it is about him.
I can't
this
say.
guy.
Really?
But
Okay.
as to the kidnappers, I have a theory. I think clearly these kidnappers wanted money. And that's all they wanted. And when they kidnapped Nancy Guthrie, I think their intention was, as soon as they got the money, release her. It was all about money. And then she dies on their watch, and
Right.
they freak out and go radio silent because they've committed murder. It's felony murder. You kidnap somebody and they die as a result of the, you know, the anguish and the fright and the fact that she didn't have her meds and everything else. It's felony murder. So these guys thought they were doing a kidnapping, and then all of a sudden Nancy Guthrie dies and they realize, holy crap, we're going to be prosecuted for murder. And they go away, never be seen again. They never ask for another ransom amount. They, in fact, in that second letter, they didn't ask for any specific amount. They just said, she's dead, we didn't do it. And so it feels like they just didn't want anything to do with it, including they didn't want to say where her body was because they thought it would lead the FBI to them and they'd be prosecuted for murder.
Okay, so I'm going to push on this theory a little bit. Do you think this is one of what we have heard about, these cross-border kidnappings for money, that is more common than you and I would know because we toggle between the coasts? Or do you think this targeted Nancy Guthrie because of who she was, as opposed to being related to Savannah? Or do you think it was randomly Nancy Guthrie because of the location of her house and that it seemed to be in a wealthy enclave? What's your theory there?
I think these kidnappers are based in the Tucson area, specifically the Tucson television market. They were contacting 2 local stations in Tucson. They didn't contact NBC News, which is where Savannah works. They contacted 2 local stations. I think these kidnappers either knew Nancy Guthrie, who would rightfully brag that her daughter is the anchor of the Today Show, Savannah, or they had heard it in town. Because in a way, Nancy Guthrie is a celebrity because her daughter is somebody that people in that market watch every single day. And so they knew Savannah Guthrie was Nancy's daughter. And they assume, and probably correctly, that not only is she famous, but rich. And they saw a payday, which to me bolsters the theory that this was, give us the money, we'll give her back to you, and we'll be set for the rest of our lives. And all of a sudden, she dies, and now they're murderers, and they just go radio silent.
And was one of the stations in Tucson?
Yeah, that could possibly be, because even Savannah was saying, we'll pay the money. Whatever it was, right? The Bitcoin.
That received the initial notes, one of those 2 NBC affiliate?
I don't remember whether it's NBC
I
or not.
thought one was a CBS. I just don't
It's
remember.
KOLD and K-Gun, and I don't remember. But those are the 2.
I think, okay, so then if that is the case, if this was a money grab and they knew who she was, I'm gonna 65% on that theory as well, frankly.
I'm higher than 65 on that.
On that theory?
I'm higher than
You think they knew who she was, Nancy Guthrie? You think when they took her that they specifically knew she was Savannah's mother?
I'm 95% on that.
Okay. And by the way, for those who think this is ghoulish, and it is, but this is, if you don't think the FBI has gone through this every which way as a Rubik's Cube or mental gymnastics, you're naive, because this is precisely what the investigative techniques are in terms of trying to figure out or profiling who it is or what it is.
And and Mark, and I think that second ransom note, and again, we haven't seen it, but we know the reporting on it. Where they, and we do know this because one of the people from KOLD, the station that got that second note, had said publicly, not a lot publicly, but said that there was not a specific ransom demand in that second note. That's really interesting because in the first note, it is very specific, that the note we got, that $4 million until Friday, and if you don't pay us by Friday, it goes to $6 million, and if you don't pay it by Monday, we will kill her. So they're very specific and very money-oriented in this letter. And then
they specifically say dollars as opposed to Bitcoin?
It was dollars. It was dollars.
4 million, yeah.
Round number 4 and then round number 6?
Correct. And in the second one, according to a reporter from KOLD, there was no mention of a ransom amount. So again, I think that when they sent the second, it was to say, hey, we're really sorry she died, but we didn't do it. She just died. And they went silent. So I think at that point, they could have said, if they wanted to, we'll lead you to her body if you give us X. They didn't do that. And that's why.
Yeah, hey, Cindy Lee, how you doing? I'm in Arizona. I'm in Sedona. Came back to Sedona for a little bit. Yeah, it's gorgeous out here. Yeah, but do you guys remember that? It was like, pay us $4 million by Friday, or else it goes to 6. Then after that, there's another deadline. Then after that, yeah, we'll kill your mom. I mean, well, that's what these people do, man. Like, ransom people that try to collect money from from what it could be a ransom. A kid. Well, it's hard. It's hard to say, man, because if it is real, it lines up with what happened, right? With the kidnapping for ransom. But which ones are real? Which ones are fake? Which ones are scamming? And which ones are legit?
I think they just freaked out, and that they.
So between you got no was contemporaneous with the two local stations.
Right.
And then number two, which you believe she had already passed the day. I think I have they didn't make a number. You didn't get a number for number two.
Correct.
If this person who sent you up to a dozen communications doesn't surface until after number two.
No, surfaced after number one.
After
Before number two. Before
and when they surfaced, did this person believe or indicate that she was still alive?
initially, yes, and at a point early on said no. And what they said was essentially time was of the essence at the beginning, and then in a subsequent note said time is no longer.
Oh shoot! I dropped my phone. Whoa.
Obviously, they're asking for money. Presumably, she's alive. No, number two, why you didn't get it? They believe if it's legit.
It's like a matter of 4 or 5 days.
Okay, and so it would appear because this person has some connection to whoever sending notes number one, notes number two. Because of that interconnection, because they knew at a certain point that something had untoward happened.
So I'm sorry, you're saying there was a connection between note one and note two?
I'm saying that between person, and this is not a person who sent the first note, second note.
The guy that's disconnected. He says
I know he says it, but I'm just trying to say is a way
it's roughly
correlate the data.
it roughly fits in the timeline. There's a bit from the time the kidnappers told KOLD Nancy was dead, and the time he told us that, but not by much.
If I'm analyzing it, when they're telling KOLD that Nancy is dead, that was not publicly known in real time. Just speculating
Correct.
back and forth
Correct.
because of
That wasn't known until this week.
correct. So
July 7th.
I'm saying is the person we were now communicating with and have for a dozen times
Seemed to know around the same time.
Yeah, around the same time. So that would tend to say if this person is a fraudster, those two are probably fraudsters. But if this person is legit, that gives some legitimacy to the person to the sending notes one and two to you and
Yeah, now I will end with this, that I know the FBI believe that the person who sent, or people who sent ransom notes 1 and 2 are one and the same, and they are the kidnappers. They absolutely believe
If that's the case, then
Whoa,
I'm raising
whoa.
up.
Let's see. Let's hear that again.
Give some legitimacy to the person who helps
us is
Yes.
somehow connected. He says he's connected. He says he's
I
connected.
know he says it, but I'm just trying to see if there is a way to
It's roughly
correlate the data.
it roughly fits in the timeline. There's a bit of a delay from the time the kidnappers told KOLD Nancy was dead and the time he told us that, but not by much.
If I'm analyzing it, when they're telling KOLD that Nancy is dead, that was not publicly known in real time. They were just speculating
Correct.
back and forth
Correct.
because of
That was
So he's saying, Harvey's saying that the FBI believes that the ransom note is the kidnappers. Whoa. What the heck? Just missed my exit again.
I'm raising it from 65 to 80%.
And then you just got to figure out why haven't they paid? And I'm stuck.
Well, we'll read the comments. I'm sure we'll find some.
I'm sure they will have opinions.
I'm sure they'll have
Dang, so Harvey is saying that the FBI believes that again.
Presumably she's alive. Note number 2, by the people where you didn't get it, they believe if it's legit.
It's like a matter of 4 or 5 days, Mark.
Okay. So it would appear because that the person has some connection to whoever's sending notes number 1 and notes 2, would it not? Because of that interconnection, because they knew at a certain point that something untoward had happened to her.
I'm sorry, you're saying there's a connection between note 1 and note 2?
No, I'm saying that
Harvey's saying that the FBI believes that the ransom note, the first one and the second one, are real, and they believe that that's from the kidnappers.
This is not a person who sent the first note or the second note.
The guy that's sending to us is somehow connected. He says he's connected. He says he's connected.
I know he says it, but I'm just trying to see if there is a way to correlate the data.
It roughly fits on the timeline. There's a bit of a delay from the time the kidnappers told KOLD Nancy was dead and the time he told us that, but not by much.
If I'm analyzing it, when they're telling KOLD that Nancy is dead, that was not publicly known in real time. People were just speculating back and forth because of this.
That wasn't known until this week.
Correct. So what I'm saying is the person you're now communicating with and have for a dozen times
seemed to know around the same time.
Yeah, around the same time. So that would tend to say if this person is a fraudster, those two are probably fraudsters. But if this person is legit, that gives some legitimacy to the person, to the group or whoever it was that was sending notes 1 and 2 to you and KOLD.
Yeah, now I will end with this, that I know the FBI believes that the person who sent, or people who sent ransom notes 1 and 2 are one and the same, and they are the kidnappers. They absolutely believe they're the kidnappers.
If that's the case, I'm raising
and then you just got to figure out why haven't they paid, and I'm stuck. I'm stuck.
Well, we'll read the comments. I'm sure.
Sure, they will.
I just yeah. I want to hear that. That's interesting, man. That is freaking interesting because if the FBI believes that the ransom letters 1 and 2 are real and are from the kidnappers, that's huge. And this is coming from Harvey, so take that with a grain of salt. I don't know why he would say that. I mean, he's in communications, was in communications with the FBI. That's interesting. That is interesting. All right, I'm heading back to Sedona. Oh! My wallet in my freaking back pocket was hurting. Yeah, I think this case is gonna be solved in one way, shape, or form of another. I do believe it'll be solved, and I do believe that there will be answers. Some, not all. Some. Hey, I can't believe it's 2:15 already. AM.
Thank you, Harvey.
Okay.
One plan, one price. Introducing Simplicity from Verizon.
I'm retired Chicago homicide. My partners, Tim Murphy, Will Sweetheart, and retired FBI agent Maureen O'Connell. Together we bring you over 60 years of homicide investigation experience, along with 25
Right now, I do want to get back into the headlines that we're covering on this Sunday as we have the latest on the month's information. This week, it was revealed that a second ransom note sent to media outlets after the initial kidnapping of the Arizona woman claimed that Nancy Guthrie was dead and, quote, buried with nature. After that revelation, TMZ reported it received another email from a person claiming to know the identities of Nancy Guthrie's kidnappers. The author wrote that he had a phone stashed away with, quote, a short video of the main guy with Nancy the day that was probably her last, end quote. He explained that he would turn over the phone and the identities of both kidnappers in exchange for $1 Bitcoin. TMZ reports it authenticated the new email as being from the same person who sent previous ones, and it appears that the sheriff over there in Pima County, Arizona, has said he's not sure that any of this ransom. For example, is a retired sergeant, now the vice president of Doyle Security Services, joining us live to discuss everything that we've learned. Thank you so much for taking the time, Greg, as always, to be here with us.
Thanks for having me, Judge.
Of course. And first off, I want to start by asking you, as we've analyzed these alleged ransom notes, what we've seen going to media outlets, as well as what we've seen going to TMZ, what has kind of stood out to you? What are maybe the biggest takeaways?
One of the biggest takeaways is the FBI actually saying that they were running on the premise that those two ransom notes are conflict with that, with the statement from the Pima County Sheriff, but the FBI did say that those notes were authentic.
It is interesting, though, because there's been this back and forth that's taken place between the Pima County Sheriff.
I must have missed that, where the FBI is saying that that they're legit.
And the FBI. And I wanted to ask kind of your take on this. How does that impact at all, if at all, the investigation overall into the disappearance of Nancy Guthrie when you have kind of this back and forth that's taking place? The FBI and, of course, Sheriff Nanos there over in Pima County.
Josh, when mom and dad fight, it's never good for the children. And when executives and law enforcement and two different agencies fight, it's never good for the investigation. And we're seeing that firsthand here with the conflicts and the back and forth of who's in charge, who's running the investigation. And you're seeing the fracture and what it causes is, initially you still weren't, or Pima County was saying there's still a connection to Tucson, which made it not a federal investigation. They were trying to get help from the FBI on technology, but at the same time fighting over the jurisdiction of the case, and it's led to this unfortunate prolonging of this.
As we mentioned, kind of the situation, the back and forth between the FBI and the Pima County Sheriff. What details in a note can help kind of identify a suspect and whether or not a ransom note is even credible in the first place? Again, the FBI saying there's a chance that all of this is authentic, and the sheriff saying, no, I don't believe that.
So the sheriff says, no, I don't believe that, and then the FBI is like, yeah, this could be credible. Who are you gonna who do you think has the most credibility or weight when it comes to this investigation?
Well, in those first couple of notes, you saw references to an iPhone watch, not just the fact that she had an iPhone watch, but where it was and where it had been seen. You also saw reference to a broken light on the property. So, whether that there in that note there were points that only they would have known about those things, or at least you knew someone that was familiar with the property had at least drafted those notes. So leading towards authenticity, but the problem is we never saw that proof of life. And that's what you want to see in these cases to progress forward towards the recovery of hopefully a live person, and now we're hoping that we can at least recover her remains.
What's interesting is after, and you joined me to discuss this, but after we learned the contents of the second ransom note, we're talking one that was written months ago, we then, about a day later, heard that TMZ received a new email related to all of this. So you have to imagine that the kind of details being released in that second ransom note led this person to send an email. Whether or not it's real, the information is correct, all of that is kind of up in the air. But you have to imagine that played some role in the person writing the email, correct?
Yes, Josh, right. You're seeing that the person writing those notes to TMZ is using faxed authentication, in this case, a Bitcoin address. So they know they're dealing with the same person, but there still is that little bit of doubt that person does know the kidnappers here. He's claiming to know the kidnappers and have some sort of proof and asking for 1 Bitcoin. The threshold is so low that it's a head scratcher as to why they haven't moved forward and engaged this person. If there's signs that they do see things with those kidnappers, that they're the only ones that may have that connection.
That's another piece of information from the notes is we've never really heard whether or not there was more than one kidnapper. It's been kind of discussed, but the note itself to TMZ kind of suggested not only is there one kidnapper, there are 2 of them. How does that maybe factor into the investigation and change things when you know that investigators could be looking for 2 people rather than 1?
that in of itself doesn't necessarily show credibility to the emailer, because you pick that up from that first video that was released from that doorbell. You know, how that person had addressed that going up to the front door. You really led just someone with a little bit of knowledge to believe that there had to be at least one more person there to come out and bring an older woman out. There had to be someone with the vehicle. So you could have led to that just by logic. But again, another sign that whoever's emailing might have a connection to those people.
If somebody claims to have evidence, like in this case with the email to TMZ, but they're demanding payment of a Bitcoin, how do investigators typically respond to that? Is there kind of a standard, I guess, procedure that takes place? I have to imagine they don't say, pay the ransom.
Well, in this case, the fact that he's asking for a Bitcoin is, you have connections with the Bitcoin. Bitcoin does leave a trail. It's a fallacy to think that Bitcoin just disappears. It's very quick to transfer, but it does leave a digital footprint. So the fact that he's asking for a Bitcoin isn't troublesome. It's the fact that we haven't explored this. So one of the agencies, whether the FBI or Pima County, hasn't explored the possibility that this person does have a connection there. So it tells you either they were busy running down other leads and those leads have dried up, or now they're engaging in the conversation with this emailer, or they were just wrong in the beginning to not engage.
One thing that we hear a lot is that the first several days of an investigation like this are crucial. They are critical to finding the person who has been kidnapped. We know, of course, this happened back around February 1st. So we're talking about a situation here that's been going on for several months. How does that make it more difficult as the months and months pass and we don't have more information?
As you stated, those first few days are key. Here you had Pima County saying that it wasn't a missing person they were looking for. They were looking for some sort of criminality. However, you saw them release the crime scene and then having to resecure the crime scene. And a lot of that evidence that could have been gotten from those first few critical hours were delayed. And this is part of what has led to the complications in this. As you go months now, it's almost next to impossible to go back and find physical evidence. They're trying to run down all those leads and tips that those press releases had gotten from months ago.
What are investigators likely focused on at this moment, as, again, we are months removed from when this first happened? There have been no necessarily credible tips that have led, obviously, to Nancy Guthrie in any way. So what are they likely focused on at this moment?
They're having to go back through every assumption from the beginning. Because now you have investigations that have led towards dead ends. So you're going back towards things that you had ruled out and trying to then see if any errors or misassumptions were made in the beginning, right? And that takes resources and time. And what's troublesome is as cases drag out along like this, the resources will be reassigned, right? Because they have other cases and other priorities. So with less resources, and we're seeing firsthand the temperature in a case go from a very hot and active investigation, and we're watching this drag out to what is eventually will be deemed a cold case, but not yet. There's still resources here that are being provided to try to recover Mrs. Guthrie.
And we've heard over the course of the last several months, several different pleas from the family of Nancy Guthrie, including Today's Show co-host there, her daughter, Savannah Guthrie, as well as other members of the family. And Savannah actually just issued another kind of desperate plea there for information right after the contents of that second ransom note were released days ago. What kind of role can family members play in putting out statements like this? Is there anything that could potentially come from that, whether positive or negative?
Family members take a big role, and also the press in this, and keeping this fresh in everyone's mind, that we haven't forgotten about Nancy Guthrie, that law enforcement agencies are actively pursuing this to a conclusion. And what that does to the public is it jogs everyone's memory if there still are things that people are unsure about or questioning, something that they may have seen, came across. They may see it now in a photo. So it brings that to light. And it then also, from the family's messaging, ultimately, there's one or multiple people that took an elderly woman from her home in the middle of the night. And that connection there is still very important.
All right. Greg Sanfilippo, thank you so much for taking the time to join us, helping to break down all the latest developments there. Anything we missed, anything that you want to make sure to add before I let you go?
The one thing I'd like to add, Josh, like I said from the beginning, is using these doorbell cameras in general in a live sense, right? So you have the ability to use them in investigation and go back and see what was on the camera. But a lot of times these cameras will allow you to see firsthand who's on the other side of a door, and to make sure that our family members know to use these resources, and hopefully avoid a tragedy like this one.
Greg, thank you so much for taking the time to join us as always. We definitely appreciate it.
There you go. That's from Fox, and then the other one was from Two Angry Men podcast. So shout out to these segments. That was really good. Dang, that was really good. All right, guys. Sharks. I am going to crash out now. It is late. It is 2:31 a.m. Arizona time. Got to hang out for a little bit. Make sure you check out the other channel. I was hoping to go live, but it looks like I gotta wait until YouTube catches up and make sure that the subs are the 50 count is legit or something. I don't know. But yeah, definitely good night, everybody. And thank you for hanging out. This was nice. This was good. And yeah, we got to listen to a little bit of some information about the ransom notes, the FBI, and what's going on, man. And I hope like tomorrow on a Monday, I hope something breaks. I hope we get new leads or new information or new video or something new that comes out that could help bring justice to Nancy Guthrie in this case. I do believe it will get solved, and I think with that, I think some information should be released. I mean, just to see if it jogs somebody's memory. But yeah, we'll never forget about Nancy Guthrie and the missing and the murdered. So you guys have a good night. Thank you, everybody that joined me today, and stay tuned. There's gonna be some good stuff coming up with the channel, so make sure you guys hit the notification button, and I'll see you guys soon. Bye-bye. Thank you, mods, too. Thank you. Appreciate your help today. Yeah, definitely, Cindy. Definitely. Yeah. All right. Have a good night, guys. Love you. Bye-bye.